What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Dad Spective Show. I'm here with my co-host Hawk. Hawk, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm pretty good, man. How about you?
I'm doing good. She was a warm one out there today, so I like it. So it's good.
It's been a crazy week, eh? Or crazy last couple of weeks, really.
Yeah, for sure. What's going on with you? What's new? It's been a couple weeks now since we recorded our last episode.
So things are slowly starting to open, right? So my wife Ashley just started going back to work. Actually, what day is it? Wednesday, Tuesday. So she started work yesterday. So on my days off, I have both my kids, and they just been giving me a run for my money. No, it's good. It's fun. I'm a planner, right? So because I have to be with two kids, if you're
Yeah.
by yourself, I feel like if I'm not well planned, like an hour of learning, hour of playing, hour of working out, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you plan for them, try to follow through with it. More structure, the better for
Yeah.
me. So it's been good. So Monday, Tuesday. So today was another crazy day. Yeah, but it's good. How about you? What's new?
Uh, Not much. Been like really crazy busy with work, and then same, just trying to keep the kids busy, And it's like we're like a really big outdoors family. But when you get crazy hot weather like this, it sort of makes you have to switch things up because we're used to just like running around and playing outside all day, and then you can't do that all day with the little ones because you gotta bring them inside, cool them off, or whatever. So just trying to think of creative ways to keep them entertained without just throwing the TV on in the air conditioning.
Yeah, and it's Ashley and I, my wife and I, we find it's kind of a crazy balance trying to get like housework done, and entertain the kids at the same time. It's almost impossible sometimes, right? So sometimes we feel like we're behind, and sometimes we feel like we're okay. But yeah, it's part of the game, right? Like right now, we're working on our deck. We're ripped it apart. Then she went back to work, so we're like, okay, we can't. Like, I don't want to make any. Well, I can't make any decisions without her.
Yeah.
Um, Regarding the deck, right? So when she says, "Oh, I want this," then okay, that's what it is, right? So yeah, we're just trying to plug away another thing to try to overcome, right? So
Yeah. Plus, when it's just you and the kids, you can't really do much work on the deck because you got them running around and you got to keep your eye on them, right?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been nuts.
I definitely know that feeling, just trying to do something, but like in the corner of your eye, you're making sure everything's good and they're not killing each other.
Yeah, yeah, it's
um,
been nuts.
what about your workouts and fitness? How's that been?
It's been good. Still wishing that I could do my other stuff, but just regular working out is fine for right now. Um, I'm really missing jujitsu. I say it every podcast, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. I've been watching videos, so I've been missing it even more, but it is what it is. How about you?
Yeah. It's been good. I got like a new road bike a couple weeks ago now. So I've been just like testing that out, learning how to ride that, getting some nice long bike rides in the country roads around here. Like the other morning I had to go on Highbury out in the country. Like usually I do these back roads where there's traffic but not a lot. And I'm still getting used to the traffic driving by so fast. It's
Yeah,
something that like just like it's crazy. So yeah, that was a little sketchy, but the more I do it, the more I'm getting used to it. You
yeah,
just gotta trust the process and go with it. So it's been good. It's been fun. And then still like mixing in all the other working out as well. Just like for me when it comes to summertime, I like to swap it out a little bit. Maybe less like weights and workouts in the garage, more like getting outside for runs and bike rides and things like that to get the fitness in.
yeah. It's like my wife and I have been working out together, and when she's at work, I try to get a quick workout in before I do a workout with her later in the night. but I can't just go out on a bike because my kids and stuff like that, right? So it's a little tough right now, but we'll get there. And we can't go to the park, right? I
Yeah,
enjoyed, that's one thing that I really miss is bringing my kids to the park. And we have like certain parks we like to go to and go visit different parks. But yeah, it is what it is right now. We'll get
yeah.
there. We're
We're the
getting
same.
closer for sure.
We are definitely getting closer. We're the same way. Like we always go walk around parks and hit the playgrounds up. And the other day, Lindsay and the kids went to a park, and it's still that like they walk by the playground and the kids want to jump on it. It's like, no, sorry, you can't. We're just here to walk around, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're seeing more and more progress. At like here in Ontario, stage 2 just got released a little more today. So
Hmm.
I know it's slowly starting to open back up, and things like that are going to be more accessible soon, which will be good for everybody, right?
Hmm. Um, shall we discuss what's been happening in the news lately?
Yeah, it's I mean, it's something that needed to happen, this like call of change that's been going on. Um yeah, like it's hard to like say, I don't know, you know what I mean? No, it's not like that we want, it's like it's not that it's a touchy subject, but it's just
I know, you know what, Dan? I know you're coming from a different perspective, right? Because, say, from your background to my background, there's a difference, right? And I don't know. We'll talk about this, right? Have you ever been racially profiled or
see,
discriminated against because of your skin color?
uh I can't say that like I've ever had to experience that before. So that is something that's definitely something I've never had to think about. But when I think about it, because like this isn't like the first time that I've ever thought about these things. I've always like thought about stuff like this, like how crazy it is that because you were born with a different skin color, you start this game of life at like a different level than someone else, literally because of your skin color, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And you, for example, like the stuff that I'm sure you've been racially profiled before and growing up. um but it's like I grew up in East London in a very multicultural neighborhood. So like skin color's never been a thing for me, right? Like growing up, it's always just been he's my friend or he's my friend or we play together. It's not like you can't play with him because of his skin color. It's just like I never grew up like that or
Yeah.
ever, and I was just always around lots of different skin colors, but you don't notice it as a kid because you're just playing with your friends, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is one good thing that shaped me into who I am today, because like race like that doesn't affect me at all. It's
You
I
know what
just
that
see
means, Dan?
people.
You know what that means? You got good parents.
Yeah.
So you got good parents that taught you the right things. But yeah, it definitely sucks when people just judge you right away. Right away when they just look at you and they just don't like your skin color or because you're Asian or black or white or whatever, native or whatever it is. It's one of the worst feelings for sure.
Yeah,
But
and I can't even be like, yeah, I know what you mean, because I don't know what you mean, right? Like I can only assume that it would be horrible.
yeah, and before we get too deep into this, and I hope nobody gets offended by this. This is just our opinions, guys. So, um, obviously, I talked to a lot of people about this stuff. Uh, it's a good topic, right? I think it needs to be talked about too. Um, but one thing that I see on Facebook a lot is people put up statistics. When stuff like this happens, people put up statistics like, oh, what's the discrimination or white cop on white person or white cop on black person. People start putting statistics up. So my opinion on that is that I want to look at the bigger picture. Like I think the message should be teaching our kids to be better than that. You know what I mean? So to be more aware of not judging people just by their skin color or treating people like crap. That's it. I don't think we should just be putting up statistics. It's not like not that we shouldn't be looking at that stuff, but it's more of the bigger message of being better. You know what I mean? Being better for to each other
Yeah.
and teaching kids to be better than that. You know what I mean? If we're putting up statistics, well, somebody just got killed for no reason. Like, what about that, right? We could talk about different situations and whatever. I think we should be trying to teach our kids not to be like that, not to be basically pieces of crap. I'm sorry.
Well, and I think to that too, something that we talk about all the time, especially for our kids, is leading by example, right? So a lot of this too is that if your kid sees you acting in a certain way or making a certain joke or using a certain term, if they see you doing that, then they just think that that is daily life and that is okay, right? Or you can be the person that if you're in a situation and you hear that, you stop it and you make sure that they know it's not okay. And you can use examples like that to educate your kids on why it's not okay and just lead by example. If you want them to do it, you need to do it first. Like everything we talk about, right? Not just this, but this in general is a big one because the reason why it still exists today is because this has been going through generations and generations and generations. And how do people today that are still racist or look at skin color differently, why do they do that? Because that's the type of house they grew up in and that's what they learned, and it's been passed on, right? And they didn't uh, have good leadership for them.
I think that's a massive, massive factor. Like, I see so many videos where the parents are teaching kids to be terrible to a different culture for whatever the parents believe. You know what I mean? Like they're so their minds are so like a sponge. You know what I mean? We talk about that all the time. They're starting to learn things, and if you teach them the perspective of judging people by their skin color or their culture or what they believe in right off the bat, like what do you think they're gonna be like? You know what I mean? They look up to you.
Hmm.
It just bugs me. It's
Now,
terrible. Like I see so many videos like that. I'm like, honestly, your duty as a parent is for them to be better than you.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Give
yeah,
them a
for sure.
head start. How does that help them ahead? Like ahead? You know what I mean? What if you have somebody? Anyways, I'm just getting heated now. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to be. I didn't expect to be like this, but now I'm getting pissed.
Well, it's a very like when we started this and I like was sort of lost for words there for a little while. It's because it's not like I want to say it's a sensitive subject, but it's a very heated subject because a lot of people have strong feelings about it, and especially people that have uh, had negative things happen to them, like you, more in their life. Like I'm just as I feel just as strongly about it, but like you have that extra spice in you because you've had to deal with it before, and you still probably deal with it today. Like, and your kids will probably have to deal with it too, right?
Yeah.
Like it's I you hear this all the time, but like it's pretty crazy. Like they say that like some people say, oh, you won the lottery because you were born white or whatever, right? Because you don't have to deal with any of these problems or whatever. So it's crazy. Like I don't know, man. It's crazy to think that like you get a head start in life almost because you're white and you don't have to deal with these things. Like that shouldn't be the way, you know. We all should start at the same start line when you're born. There shouldn't be any head starts. There shouldn't be anything. It should be like you all get a start and be looked at equally and the same.
Yeah. But it is what it is for that, right? What can we what we can do? I was gonna say, what can we do? Well, what we can do is like we say, teach our kids to be better.
Lead
That's
by
it.
example, have conversations like this, like I think one of the main things too is like we've sort of like tucked it under the rug and not talked about it. But things like this need to be talked about so that we can heal from it and get better and learn from it and do better as society and as human beings.
Yeah.
The more we talk about it, the more you hear different things and, oh, okay, that's not right, that's not right. Educate yourself, which is a big one too, right? Like, yeah, I mean, there is a lot that we can do, and we're seeing that in the last week. The people with protests and things like that, like showing the world that they don't want to see this anymore. We're not going to stand for this anymore, right?
Yeah. Like I said, bottom line, just treat people good. I don't understand it. Like if everybody was the same and everything was the same, it'd be so boring. You know what I mean? Like, let's embrace people's cultures and learn different things. And the more that we learn about each other, I think the better we're gonna be. That's it.
100%. And like we talk about all the time, that's what like your and mine's mission is to just be better every single day. Wake up and be better than you were yesterday and get better.
Yeah. One thing that I found really amazing is that it's this movement, this Black Lives Matter, the Blackout Tuesday thing, that was worldwide. That's insane. That's crazy. I think I think we're at that point where we're like, okay, people understand this is not right. It's not right to treat natives, blacks, or whatever culture you are, whatever color you are, like shit because whatever color you are or culture. Sorry, I'm still mad. I'm still
Yeah.
pissed. Sorry.
No, it's yeah, man. And hopefully going forward we see positive change and we see the results that everyone's looking for. And that's all we can do, and we can keep working towards that, right?
Yeah. There was a huge event in our city there. Well, we both live just outside the city, but in London, Ontario, that was pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
At Victoria Park. I was working. I think you were working too, eh?
I was at home with the kids.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool to see that many people stand up and show
Mhm.
their solidarity.
It's pretty powerful stuff. That like seeing different cultures stand up for each other and you know moving as people. That's it.
Yeah, like when you see the streets just filled with people that just want change and love and want everyone to be equal, it's cool to it's one thing to talk about and to hear that so many people do it, but it's another thing to actually see it and see the people. Like I forget where I saw it this morning, but I saw like a drone video of, I'm pretty sure is one of the ones in LA, and it was like one of their major streets just filled with people for like miles. And it's so cool to see that so many people are standing up for this, and I really think that we will see some change with the spark that's been lit now.
Yeah. This is this is great. Hopefully, good things come from it. I think it will. Now, will it end all racism and all that stuff? No, but I think this is something,
Yeah,
right? Something is better than nothing for sure.
that's right. And if we kept going the way we're going, it was a downward spiral. So I think we've stopped it or nipped it, and yeah, move forward. Um, was there anything else that you wanted after that
And
topic? Was there anything else you wanted to discuss tonight?
um, I'm still heated right now. So, how are you leading back into normalcy here? Like phase two just came out.
Yeah,
You saw that barbershop is open. I know you're shaving your head now.
yeah,
That's pretty cool. Uh, Barbershops, outdoor fitness. I
yeah. I think
heard.
some
I'm not
outdoor fitness.
100%
I think
sure.
some like outdoor restaurants, like
Yeah,
patios and things are allowed to open now.
yeah,
Um, yeah, like honestly, I don't know. We like being out in the country, we don't do a lot of stuff like in the city anyways. Like a lot of stuff's just around the house. So like minus a couple, like not being able to go for dinner whenever you want to go for dinner or things like that, we're almost back to some sort of normalcy, minus like the social aspect of it too, right? Like still not being able to see all your family members or whatever. But I think as we're proving that larger groups of people can be together, that's going to start coming back soon too,
I think
like
so.
family get-togethers and seeing everyone and friends, and like hopefully this will be live soon together, not through
Yeah.
Zoom.
Yeah. So what's today's date so people know when we're talking,
I
right?
think today's June 9th.
So June 9th. Um, yeah. When will we have this out? Yeah, we'll
Couple
figure it out.
weeks.
But yeah.
Yeah, like you're probably, if you're listening to this and we just dropped it, it's probably sometime in mid-June to late June. So who
Yeah.
knows what it'll be like then, because it seems like it's progressing on a weekly basis now.
Flying cars and all that stuff, right?
Hey man, Elon Musk sent two guys to the
That's
space
true.
station, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about that like that is some like positive news that's sort of come out in the last little bit. And I was thinking about like how cool would it be to be like a kid being like, I'm gonna send some people into space, and then you actually did it.
Dude. Yeah.
Like you put the team together and you built it and you actually did it. Like that's would be so cool, man.
That'd be insane. Did you I love everything about it too. Yeah, I just like where he came from and stuff like that too. Their suits are pretty neat. I like that they pulled up in Teslas.
Like legit, the dude makes crazy cool cars and spaceships.
Yeah. What do you do for a living? I'm just kidding. Don't compare, guys. Don't compare. But that's
he's
pretty
like
cool things to see, though.
he's like the Tony Stark, like Iron
Yeah,
Man for like our world, yeah, it's wild.
that's
Um,
pretty neat, though. Uh, yeah,
so cool.
seeing some of the test stuff like blow up was pretty scary, though. But I guess that's all part of the game, right?
That's all part of the failure to get better and learn. I
Yeah,
mean, like some people look at it as like the spaceship blew up, but I bet you Elon looks at it as like, oh, because we wired that thing that way, that's why that happened. If we rewire it this way, that won't happen next time. And then they get the next mission that's a little more successful than the last mission.
yeah. One thing that I really like that they talked about with that, like things blowing up and stuff like that, is that they're pushing it to a limit. Like they're the limits that it can go, and it's a good thing to find out that now than to find out later for sure. So they find when they see failure, it's not really failure, it's success. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yep.
finding ways to make it way, way better.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Really cool. Like we said in the last podcast, guys, if you have any questions for us, shoot them our way. Dad questions, fitness questions, life questions, balance questions, you name it, send them our way, because Hawk and I we're going to start doing these weekly Q&A sessions as well. Now that this is rolling, and this is going to be, I think this is like technically episode 2, but it's really 3 because that first one was that 2-parter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, guys, thanks for listening. We appreciate all the support. Just try to treat everyone the same. Treat everyone like a human being. Doesn't matter what your skin color is. We're all the same. We all just want to be happy and live life.
And to be honest, if you're not down for that, you can unfollow us right now.
100%. If that's not your thing, then we're not your thing, because
Yeah,
that's what we're all about.
yeah, 100%.
Cool.
Anything else, Dan?
I think that's good for this episode. Yeah, I think we tried to get our views out, and yeah, just don't take anything we said like out of context or whatever. Like Hawk and I we're just trying to have a conversation about it, because we feel that through these conversations, that's how we do get better, and that's how we learn, and that's how we grow, and that's how we be better.
Yeah, and honestly, if you have any questions about our perspective on it or a perspective on anything we say, just shoot us a message anytime. private, on the on our Instagram, however you want to do it, we don't mind. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
we're saying it, we actually, like, you know what I mean. We're willing to talk about it for sure.
Yeah. We're down to chat, and we're down to, yeah, we're down to talk about it. What we say is what we do. So if we
Yeah.
say we want to do it, feel free to reach out to us and it'll happen.
Thanks for watching, or thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
guys. Until next time. Cheers.
Bye.